I told you all about the very important national security and diplomatic outcomes that came from this meeting between President Biden and President Xi Jinping of China yesterday. But something else came out of this meeting that I think you're going to also be interested in. Has to do with pandas! Now, let's not get too excited yet, but President Xi is now indicating that those beloved pandas could be making a comeback to the United States. During a dinner at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, which is where he met President Biden earlier in the day, President Xi said this.
You may
remember 3 of the beloved pandas who had been living at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. for years were sent back to China just 8 days ago. And the beloved pandas at the San Diego Zoo were shipped back to China back in 2019. Now, in case you didn't know, there's a thing called panda diplomacy, and it's been going on between the United States and China since 1972, when China gifted a pair of pandas to the National Zoo as a way to normalize relations between the two countries. Well, since then, pandas have been sent back and forth between the United States and China through a deal with China's Wildlife Conservation Association. But that deal to renew and extend the lease of China's pandas who were living in the United States expires in December, and there was no renewal of the deal, even though they were trying to negotiate one. That mostly was because the relationship between the U.S. and China had broken down so badly over the last year or so. So the pandas had to go back to China. But after an overall positive 4-hour meeting with President Biden yesterday, President Xi seemed to indicate that panda diplomacy could be back on the table. He said pandas have, quote, long been envoys of friendship between China and the United States. So we'll see if any pandas from China actually make their way back to the United States anytime soon.